Rhino Squad, welcome aboard the Hannibal. You aren't expected at the briefing for a while. Feel free to look around the ship. Continue.
How long we been at this now?
18 hours, Chief.
Easy. Little left.
Bigger torso batteries.
Okay, Marine. Time to kill anything that's not you.
Flooding chamber with trichlorite and septazine. Chamber at maximum saturation. Purging chamber. Decontamination cycle complete.
You're clean. Come on through.
How's it been?
Couple of sightings. Other than that, it's been quiet as a grave.
The mechanics are prepping 4 heavy trucks.
So, what does that mean?
Not sure. But with that many trucks, HQ's planning something.
I heard the Strogg attacked Earth because it's a strategic location. From our planet, they'd be able to get at dozens of other civilizations. I've also heard that the Strogg are super soldiers left over from some major war in another part of the galaxy. Someone else told me the Strogg are the next step in human evolution. When you think about how much we rely on technology, maybe that's not too far from being right.
Damn it, that hurt! I told you these systems are finicky.
These systems are ancient.
Tell me about it. My grandfather served on this ship right out of boot camp.
Think they'd retired, old girl. Well, old or not, we gotta fix her.
So the Macron's dead, eh? The Marine who iced that squib deserves a chest full of medals and a year's R&R. You heard the Macron was killed, right? You know, the leader of the Strogg. Some Marine managed to work his way behind enemy lines and frag the Macron. What I wouldn't give to see a vid of that fight.
Hey, you're Matthew Kane, aren't you?
No way!
I saw you when they brought you back from Space Station Armstrong. You look like you'd been mauled by a dozen pit bulls.
I thought Matthew Kane was just a story they made up to scare recruits.
No, he's real. And he's standing right in front of us.
So you're really him, huh? Can you say what happened to the rest of your squad on that space station?
You don't remember me, do you? I was one of the orderlies at the hospital when they wheeled you in from Armstrong.
Just heard we're moving up to the front. Our whole platoon is being mobilized.
Must be some major offensive in the works. They're getting all kinds of mechanized infantry prepped in the Walker bays.
I got a real bad feeling about this one.
Oh, you get a real bad feeling all the time. Hey, you're the Matthew Kane I heard about back on the Hannibal, aren't you? After Space Station Armstrong, you'd think they wouldn't send you to Strogos. Didn't you wind up spending some time in Psych Ward after Space Station Armstrong? Do you see? It's just as I predicted.
Indeed.
You're
The
unable to
nanites
send
are
or receive
infesting
signals in
the
that area due to Strogg interference.
But a Strogg unit is headed directly for Cougar Squad.
Sorry, there's nothing we can do, Corporal.
And they're all dead men. Richard's out.
Do a biomechanical. It won't work, Jacobson. The exoskeleton is hardened tribinium.
Nonsense. These saws cut through marine body
The
armor.
procedure for
She has no
attaching the
trouble with this
implants is
Strogg.
So, are they certain it's dead?
I was assured by Lieutenant Pierce it's
Not here.
completely dead.
You remember this morning? They told us that one was dead too.
That, I'll never forget.
We had a rather unpleasant experience with our last Strogg cadaver. It attacked us. All higher brain functions have atrophied, which indicates the subject was incapable of independent thought. A transceiver located at the base of the skull shows almost all action was dictated by an external source. I believe for a short time.
But the HB607 has internal compensators, and the XK1000 doesn't.
I know that. But if you'd read the manual, you'd know the XK1000 has primary and secondary converters.
What kind of converters?
Radcliffe 12s. They operate at 25 milliamps.
25 milliamps isn't nearly enough.
You're crazy. Maybe if you use a GMOS splitter, but those are highly unstable.
Could you be any more misinformed? GMOS is the wave of the future.
That's ludicrous. GMOS is a fad. Reformatable case splitters will soon be the norm.
Corporal Matthew Kane, the rest of the Rhino Squad has already arrived. The briefing will commence shortly.
Looks like Kane made it back.
Quit giving him shit, Dell. Kane's all right.
As you were.
Rhino Squad, the following is highly classified and is not to be spoken of outside these walls. The death of the Macron couldn't have come at a better time. It's imperative we press that advantage, which is the reason for our next operation. Lieutenant Voss, take over.
Intelligence Division has discovered that the Strogg function through a massive communication system called the Nexus. With it, Strogg leaders can instantly send instructions to soldiers in the field. And although it's their strength, it's also their Achilles heel. Our target, known as the Hub, houses major communication lines to the Nexus. We will be escorting a convoy carrying an electromagnetic bomb to a sub-level of this building. The convoy will proceed to the designated position and detonate it. The blast will overload a device known as the Tetranode and effectively cut off the Strogg forces from the Nexus and therefore their commanders. To ensure success, 3 other squads will be escorting additional EMPs to the same location. Their convoys are codenamed War, Famine, and Pestilence.
Which means we are death.
Yeah, we're death. Any questions? The convoy will be deployed soon. Go to the armory and suit up. Dismissed.
Private Mark Lorenzi, please report to Medical Bay 3.
Done some good work today, Corporal. Lieutenant Voss had a feeling about you. Said you'd be trouble, but you'd be worth it. The lieutenant's never wrong.
The Nexus sounds most intriguing. To be able to process the thoughts of billions of Strogg would require technology that is many generations beyond us.
You've surprised a lot of people today. You've stood shoulder to shoulder with Rhino Squad and survived. Congratulations.
Kane, when we first dropped on Strogos, I was certain you wouldn't last a day with the Rhino Squad. I am pleased to say, I was incorrect.
Just who are they gonna call in when the life of every man, woman, and child on Earth hangs in the balance? Rhino Squad, of course.
This guy, Sergeant Bidwell, has one guy thrown over his shoulder and is barking out orders as he blazes away with a rifle in his hand. The man was a freaking machine.
What squad was he with?
I'm not sure, but he was protecting some obnoxious computer tech.
Here, Marine, you need this. The extended clip should help in taking down the
Lieutenant Voss,
squids.
report to briefing room 8.
Hannibal, I need a medic.
Who are you? I'm not able to get a reading on your med check.
Corporal Kane, your ride to the convoy is waiting for you. Step on through.
You gotta love the Marine Corps. Sure, the pay ain't the greatest and the chow tastes like crap, but where else am I gonna make a living blowing shit up?
Specialist
Just
Herman
think
Waves,
of it.
report to the
Rhino
main
Squad is
office
participating in a mission that would turn the tide of this war. We will be saving the human race.